Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Nate Anime and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back on Grand Theft Auto Online to actually customize the Ubermacht Sentinel Classic and do a proper video on it. So if you guys are a real OG of the channel, you would already know that I actually made a video covering the Ubermacht Sentinel Classic, but the video is very bare bones, really doesn't show anything. In fact, all it shows was me just driving the vehicle around and just acknowledging that the vehicle is in the game, which at the time I thought was actually really cool because it was actually the second Itasha vehicle that was added at the time when I made that video. So at the time I thought it was real cool and I had to show it off because I actually been on a really long hiatus before I uploaded that video, and when this car came out I was like, well, I just gotta make a video for this car because this is freaking awesome. We have two anime wrap vehicles, which is crazy considering now we have just about 15 vehicles in the game that you can get that have anime wraps on it. So yeah, that's actually really cool. But today I am going to be doing a proper video on the Ubermacht Sentinel Classic with the Itasha livery on it. So yeah, if you want to know how to get this vehicle, all you gotta do is go to the Southern San Andreas Super Autos website, go to the two-door vehicle or the two-door tab, and just scroll down, and it should be somewhere, I think a little bit lower up. There we go. I believe the 650,000 price tag is the original price. I'm not 100% sure because now it actually has a trade price. So yeah, I don't know, what do you need to do to actually get the trade? Oh, the Diamond Casino. Yeah, they added that because it didn't used to be like that. I think the original price actually used to be like 400,000 something. But yeah, you can go on Southern San Andreas Super Autos and buy it, which I actually am going to buy it because in order to do the video that I want to do, I gotta get a clean Ubermacht Sentinel Classic. But yeah, there are a couple of things I will go over with this vehicle while we do wait for the other car to come in. So as you can see, it's just plain white. I think this actually might be the stock spoiler on the back, I'm not even sure. But the reason this car has off-roading tires, if you haven't noticed, because believe it or not, I was actually planning on doing a video about a year or two ago about, you know, what or which is the fastest Itasha vehicle in the game, and unfortunately all that fell through because, well, at the time I was making the video, the tuner DLC was released, and as you know, with the tuner DLC that added a lot of Itasha wrapped vehicles, and I kind of put that on hold. And then after the tuners DLC came out, I was actually preparing myself to continue making the video, and then the next generation came out, and then a vehicle that has an Itasha wrap on it was on the next generation, which at the time I could not access it because, well, as you know, back in the day, or actually quite some time ago, PlayStation 5s and Xbox Series consoles were very hard to find. In fact, they're still kind of hard to find now, but they're a little bit easier. Thankfully, they are a little bit easier to obtain now. Alright, so now we're here. I'm not going to do a copy and paste of this vehicle. I'm actually just going to customize it the way I would normally customize it as a brand new vehicle. In fact, I only remember the type of customizations I did to the car, and I just saw it just now, so I don't know. But I'm gonna customize it the way I would customize this vehicle now, opposed to how I did it back then, even though it is mostly stock anyway, at least cosmetic wise. Bumpers, ooh, actually got a lot of bumpers here. Okay, not bad, really. Okay, so yeah, I mean, with the exception of the sticker bomb and the carbon, really all these bumpers are really the same. Okay, that one changes a little bit different. Okay, then we got the rally with the rally lights covered up. Let me see. Okay, we get a little bit of a different intercooler down there, and yeah, that's really it. Nothing really different there. And then for the rear bumper, yeah, this is a very bare bones car. You can tell this car came out in the earlier days of Grand Theft Auto Online, where today most of the cars just have crazy amounts of customization. Personally, I'm gonna leave that stock. I'm not even gonna change that. Chassis, that would be the, okay, yeah, the roll cage. Not bad. I guess, do we need to see inside to truly get the idea? Not really. Okay, exhaust tips. Not bad. The aluminum's a little bit weird. The carbon tip is a little bit strange. Doesn't even look like carbon. Honestly, doesn't look like carbon at all. The titanium actually looks pretty good. And then we got the chrome, and then normal. Majority of the car that I originally made was basically stock. These customizations are pretty weird. I mean, if you're going for that type of look, an all carbon look, because I'm pretty sure with the way this seems to be going, you can probably have the ability to completely cover this whole entire car in carbon, or I guess sticker bomb if you're into that. But yeah, I could kind of see why I left majority of this car stock. The hood, lift it up. Okay, that's not bad. Secondary hood lifted. Oh wait, no, it's not lifted. It's just normal. And it's just secondary or carbon. Okay, it's actually pretty cool. Sticker bomb again. You can sticker bomb the whole car if you want to. And then just different hoods, but you know, some have secondary and some have carbon. Yeah, pretty much the same. Let's see what type of liveries we have on this vehicle. So we got the Screen Kid, not too bad. Rusted Out, a Rally wrap, pretty good. Zero or X0, however it's pronounced, livery. A Ron Racing livery. A Drift Predator livery, not bad. Fuguru Warrior livery, and then the 2D Relationship. It's a very interesting name when you think about it. Oh wow, look at this. Okay, so you can tell this is an old vehicle because, well, as you can see, there's no livery on the carbon hood. I think I literally just talked about this in the other video, or my last video. So yeah, I don't know. I might keep it, might remove that hood. I'm not sure yet. I'll go and see how the non-carbon version of this hood looks like. But for right now though, I'm gonna keep this the same. And then we got Rockstar Games, which is a really nice livery. Obviously, we're going with the 2D Relationship because 2D is way better than 3D. To the roof, I guess Sunstrip. Okay, not bad. Carbon Sunstrip. We got the antenna up there. Not bad. We got lights, which would look cool. Don't get me wrong, they look cool, but I would like them better if they weren't covered like that. Okay, roof rack with lights. Not bad. And then we get louvers on the back, which they do. Louvers would look good on this car, but these louvers in particular are a little bit on the bigger side. Like, you're kind of like big to the point that they're actually kind of like cringy and don't really fit with the car. Honestly, I'm just gonna go for the antenna. From the way it seems, I might end up just remaking the same car that I have, with the exception of a carbon hood, because these customizations are pretty bad. As for the spoiler, not bad spoiler. Not bad spoiler at all. Pretty good. Got the carbon, sport spoiler, secondary. Again, a lot of, you know, normal spoiler, and then normal spoiler with secondary color, and then normal spoiler with carbon. So it's very very copy and paste here. Not really different. I think this is the original spoiler I have on the car at the moment. What else we got? Okay, yeah, we got the GT spoiler. Again, copy and paste from normal to secondary to carbon. Then we got the drift spoiler, which is just a big old crazy spoiler on the back. I wish it came with a lip spoiler, which I believe is probably why I put this particular spoiler on, because I was probably wanting a lip spoiler, but this is like the closest thing to it. And unfortunately, I think I actually am going to put this spoiler on this car as well. We have brand new wheels added to the game that I'm pretty sure most people have not put onto this particular car, because probably nobody really drives this car. Performance is not really good on this car at all, so yeah, I don't know. I think we're probably going to be going for the street wheels, and I'm probably going to go for these type of wheels, more on the chunkier side, with more wheel, or more rubber and less wheel. I think the Endo wheels, we'll do those. Yeah, I think those look way better. And just for the heck of it, I want to see. Okay, yeah, I was gonna try white, and then window tint. Gonna dark this boy out. Ooh, I actually almost forgot something, and that is the neons under the car. Now, if I'm right, I think the original color to this car that I had for the neons for this car were mint green, but lime green also goes good with this car too, but I think I went with the mint green because the lime green was just too green. And then I just happen to have a crew color that kind of fits it. So yeah, you know what, for right now we'll go with the crew color, but the original color I went with this car was mint green. So if you're interested in that, now you know. Just before we leave, I gotta do one more thing and put a custom license plate on the car. If I can remember, up there, there's the Itasha license plate on the car. So yeah, this is the full customization of the car. Let's go take it out. Alright, we are out here with the Ubermacht Sentinel Classic. Let's see how this car performs. Now, as I did say before, there's really not much to this car at all, especially when it comes to performance wise, which is probably one of the reasons why I never used this car. Like, it was good looking, but like performance wise, like it didn't have the speed at the time, and it just didn't have the handling at the time. Like, you would take this into a corner and the rear end would literally snap out. You know, it wasn't, you know, something that you would use, you know, like for really high intense races. You know, it just wasn't that type of a car. It's kind of more like just a, you know, just a nice little throw around car. You know, you can drive it around the lobby, throw it around and everything, and, you know, have a little bit of fun with it. But it was never really a car that kind of stood for performance. Yeah, that was the one downside about this car. So the way this thing is performing right now, I can tell you that this is not a car that you'll be winning many races in. I do believe this car might be good for drifting, especially with the way this car snaps out in the rear. Yeah, see how the way that car just snaps out in the rear? I think this might be good for drifting. So yeah, if you're into drifting and stuff like that, I would suggest trying this car out for drifting. I'm gonna see if I can try to get this car in a race. Alright, so I was able to find a race with sports cars. I don't know how accurate this race will be compared to the last race I did in the Camaro ZL1, but well, at least you'll get to see how this vehicle, you know, performs in sports races, which I'm telling you right now, especially compared to these two cars right here, probably not that good. It's not going to fare well at all. In fact, they're going to be gone before before the race is even done. Oh wait, well, okay. If you know how to drive, then this shouldn't be too much of a problem, but still though, this car is not winning any races. I'm telling you this right now. Even with the way I drive, like, it's not, just does not have the speed, does not have the handling. But we are doing good in second place so far anyway. Oh, yep, see, there goes that snap. There goes that snap I was talking about. It's just not a good race-worthy car, which is why I've never actually taken this car out for racing. Like, I only take this car out just for, like, doing stupid stuff. But, like, honestly, this car is just not that good for racing at all. It's just really not. And we already got one person rage quitting, I believe, which is kind of stupid due to the fact that he could have actually just beat me if he just would have pushed the brake every time he hits a corner. And somehow we're catching up to this dude. I don't know how. He's in like the most OP car in the sports class. I highly doubt we'll be able to catch up to him, but we'll see what I can do. Might be able to pull a win out of my ass. I don't know. Then again, I think the reason I'm catching up is because he has the catch-up feature on. Not doing bad, not too bad. I am keeping up with him. Again, the fact that I just know how to do certain races. Oh, and he spun out. Are you kidding me right now? This may be the first and only race I'll ever win with this car. I reckon with the catch-up option that's on, he'll probably eventually catch up to me, if he doesn't crash, that is, which he does seem to be crashing a lot. That's one thing I can tell you right now. You can have the car, no matter how OP the car is, if you don't know how to drive, you're gonna still end up losing. And I see that a lot, and people get so pissed when they got the most OP car in the game and they still lose. Well, it's because you don't know how to freaking drive. The only way you'll be able to get a win in this car is if you're racing against idiots. And in my case right now, I am definitely racing against idiots. Look at that. A first place win. The first and probably its only win that this car will ever get. But that's actually very interesting. Again, it wasn't a real full lobby. Again, I was driving against two OP cars. OP car that left could have actually gained second place if he would have tried harder, but I guess after like 7 crashes, he just didn't feel like going through the pain. So this is a good car to use if you're racing against idiots. If you're racing against professional drivers who know how to drive, you're most likely not going to win. So yeah, this is the Ubermacht Sentinel Classic. A really okay car. It's not too bad, it's not too good, it's just it's a car. It does what it's supposed to do. You push the gas pedal, it drives kind of fast, you know, and it performs okay. It's not going to win you many races. And on top of that though, this car is actually one of the lower end vehicles, right next to the Dinka Ballista Conjo, which I think that this Dinka Ballista Conjo is actually a little bit cheaper than this car, but this is the second cheapest car, I believe, out all the Itashas. So if you want a much cheaper option, this would be the best option for you. Again, it's in the sports class, not going to win you many races, but it's a good looking car. It's a good, decent, okay looking car that has okay handling and might win you a race if, you know, you're so very lucky. But yeah, man, this is the Ubermacht Sentinel Classic with the shiny wasabi Itasha livery on the vehicle. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. But that's all the time I have for today in this video, and I hope to see you guys in my next one.